Poor Thomas.
Stanley had
I know that he made lots of mistakes, but he doesn't deserve this kind of fate. Of course he doesn't.
And he whistled loud and long.
Ah!
This time, Thomas heard the whistle. It's Stanley.
How is he going to signal that he's there? I don't know. With the last bit of steam he has.
Thomas blew his whistle as loud as he could. Stanley.
It worked!
Thomas quickly.
Stanley heard him. Oh, good. Thomas is about to be rescued by the one he despised the most. Or at least is not going to despise anymore. Right, Trixie. Right. Of course, yeah.
Thomas had run out of puff. He couldn't whistle again.
Oh,
He could only wait. Then Thomas saw Stanley.
here he
jumping over the
comes.
bend.
He's here.
Stanley, he cried. I'm very happy to see you.
Phew.
Thomas, whistled Stanley. Where have you been? Did you run away?
No.
No, tooted Thomas sadly. I was trying to be a really useful engine. Then Thomas told Stanley all about his adventure in the mine.
Wow.
Stanley was amazed.
Yeah.
Stanley,
I don't blame him.
Thomas, I'm sorry that I was horrible to you. I was wrong, and I was silly to be cross that you were in charge. I want to be your friend.
Just like Celestia and Luna and Buzz and
Thomas,
Woody,
he wished
the two rivals
we
made
could
up
be
and are now
And I'll have
friends.
you back on that
Oh,
track in no
good.
time. Soon, Stanley was hooked up to Thomas.
Here we go.
Then Stanley huffed and puffed. Thomas was very heavy.
Oh,
There was a lot of water in his firebox. Stanley
come
didn't
on,
give up.
Stanley.
I can do it.
Oh, dear.
And with a mighty heave, Stanley
Yes!
brought his friend back onto
He
the
did it! Woo!
Hooray!
Thank heavens!
Thomas.
Ah.
Then there was a very loud crack.
Ah!
The valve in Stanley's boiler had
Oh
burst.
no,
Stanley
Stanley!
was a very strong engine.
Oh.
But pulling Thomas had been too much.
Oh.
Now he couldn't move.
Oh no.
Stanley felt very sad. Don't worry,
Huh?
whistled Thomas. It's my turn to help you. I'll shunt you home.
Oh, good.
Stanley.
But how can he if there's water in his firebox? You know it can be dried out. Oh, and dry coal put in it. Exactly.
Fireman put Stanley's dry coal.
And there you go. Problem solved.
In no time at all, Thomas
Oh,
was
good.
boiling, and his steam was wheeshing. Here we go, Stanley.
Good to see Thomas steaming again.
Stanley smiled back, and puff by puff, Thomas shunted Stanley along the track.
Ah.
It was very hard work. Thomas had to puff up hills and huff through bushes, but
Ooh.
Thomas didn't mind. He was proud to push
Ugh,
a new
just looking at it makes me feel like I'm getting scratched up by bushes on my face.
At last, Thomas and Stanley puffed into great water. Thomas was tired, but he had never felt happier.
Oh, good.
Henry, Rocky, Edward, and Emily were busy working. They tooted and whistled when they saw Thomas and
Yes!
Stanley, and soon the
Friends
sound
reunion.
of engines' whistles were
And
echoing
thus
around
all
the
of Sodor rejoiced.
News spread throughout Sodor. Thomas is found. The
Oh yes, and I forgot. There's a rhyming segment in this part.
Controller beamed with pride.
Oh boy.
Terence told Harvey, and Harvey told Trevor. Thomas is home. He's back forever.
Oh yeah, there is rhyming.
Bill told Ben.
Something you'd hear in a rhyming version of this story.
They cheered
Oh.
and they whistled. They felt so jolly.
Molly's last appearance.
All the Diesels met in the sidings.
Even Diesel 10 is happy Thomas is found. And Arian, Bert, and Devious Diesel.
Percy told Gordon, Toby, and James. My best friend is found.
Aww.
Percy exclaimed. Arthur told Emily along the coast ghost track. Have you heard the news?
Well, yeah, she was there.
Miss Jenny told Jack, and Jack told his team. Hooray and hurrah, they shouted and screamed. Harold touched down and found Bertie at the bus. Bertie.
Of course, his racing companion.
Bertie found Lady Hat, who whooped and waved. Lady Hat told her husband.
Sodor is saved.
Thomas is found, cranked cranky aloud. The cheers and the cheering were a marvellous sound.
Yep.
Sir Topham Hatt proclaimed very grandly,
Stanley saved Thomas, and Thomas saved Stanley.
Next morning, Thomas puffed into Great Waterton. Percy and Stanley were working hard, helping to rebuild the tower. It was almost finished.
Ooh!
Thomas.
Wow, they built it back that quick?
Happy Stanley had come to Sodor.
Yeah.
He had so many wonderful friends. How could I ever have wanted to be more important than any of them? He puffed to himself.
Exactly.
Now they all worked happily together.
Because friends are more important than any self-worth thing.
Later, Sir Topham Hatt arrived. The tower was finished. It looked magnificent.
Ooh.
Well done to you all, beamed Sir Topham Hatt. Great Waterton is now ready for Sodor Day.
Oh, good!
Please, sir, tooted Thomas. May Stanley bring the mayor to the opening? That was your special, Thomas, said Sir Topham Hatt. Are you sure? Oh, yes, sir. Thomas smiled.
This is his...
Sure.
He wants to give Stanley that honor for thanking him for saving him.
Sodor Day
Yes.
arrived. Stanley chuffed proudly in with the mayor. Thomas was pleased for his friend. The mayor, Sir Topham Hatt, and Lady Hat stood by the new tower. Great Waterton is no longer lost. Welcome to the town of Great Waterton. Then everyone looked up.
Oh?
They could hear the whir of a jet plane. It was
Jeremy!
Jeremy!
Sadly,
He flew
his...
high in the
Well,
sky.
no.
And
Season
over the
12 was his
town
last
of
appearance.
Waterton.
Oh.
All the engines whistled and whished. Jack and his team cheered, and everyone clapped.
What a wonderful moment. Totally.
Thomas smiled. He had wanted to be the leader of the track. But what all leaders of the track puffed Thomas.
That's
out.
right.
And he couldn't have been happier.
And so ends the great discovery. Rewatched by the great and powerful Trixie and her friends. Thanks, Trixie. And of course, the classical engine roll call. Who could possibly forget it? Nobody. It's the most iconic song of the franchise. That, along with the Thomas We Love You song. So, what'd you think? What girls think watching it a second time around after all these years? Well, it was good. Very good. I'm glad Thomas overcame his jealousy and resentment towards Stanley and they became friends. Oh, and Stanley became a part of this song, briefly. Yeah. Well, we hope you enjoyed this little rewatch of the final Thomas Marvel movie as much as we did. Still, hopefully it won't get blocked. This has been the great and powerful Trixie, Starlight Glimmer, Sunset Shimmer, Love Struck, Juniper Montage, Wallflower Blush, and Gloriosa Daisy saying goodbye, YouTube fans!